This is Tyler Totten live on location.
Hello YouTube and welcome to Tyler Totten Live. I'm your host Tyler Totten, and alongside me is my chief analyst Travis Totten, and we are on location today at Tony Stewart. Ran out of gas with 2 laps to go at Loudon. He would have won the race, ran out of gas, Clint Bowyer passed him and won the race, but there was controversy and NASCAR found that he was over the tolerance level for the body of the car to be attached to the chassis, and they penalized him 150 points with driver and owner points, and suspended his crew chief and second in command crew chief, car chief, for 6 races. Now, how do you think this is going to affect his chances for this chase?
Well, I think the 150 points is basically, to me, taking him out. I think the farthest we've seen anybody come back was 139, and that was Jimmy in 06. And I've never seen anybody parallel what Jimmy's been able to do. So his championship hopes, I think, are out, but I think he's got something to prove. And I think we're going to see him in victory lane a couple more times over the next 9 races.
All right, Denny Hamlin, he looked very strong. Mm-hmm. He finished second after he spun out, and he came back, finished second. So a lot of the chasers were involved in wrecks over the weekend, and I think it sort of shifted the way the chase was. So how do you think that really affected the chase standings?
Well, I mean, like I read an article on NASCAR.com the other day, and it said the bonus points that they're giving during the regular season kind of as a cushion in the first race or two. And so a lot of the drivers that had trouble already had bonus points. So their seemingly bad finishes weren't as bad as it looks on paper. Tony, he had 10 bonus points and he was in the back, but he's not incredibly far back. And yeah, Jimmy had a bad finish, but since he had all the bonus points, he's really, I think, 97 back. So I don't think it messes it up too awful bad.
All right, we now take you to Justin Reed for a breaking news update.
Breaking news. Recently, about an hour and a half ago in Nashville, the pie factory that was located in downtown Nashville exploded, shooting up pies thousands of feet in the air. Police are now saying that remnants have been found 3.14 miles away from the site. We'll keep you informed as this story develops.
Thank you, Justin. All right, Tony Stewart, we saw him run very well there, and he led a lot of laps. Excuse me. But at the end, he did run out of gas. He showed that he could run strong. So, do you think that he'll have a chance for this title?
Yeah, I think he's going to run hard. He always looks good. We got Dover. That's one of his best tracks. Talladega's one of those. You never know what's going to happen there. So I think we'll see him perform well during the chase.
All right, we'll be right back with more Tyler Totten Live right after this. But first, we take you back to Justin Reed for another breaking news update.
This news just recently confirmed about an hour and a half ago up in East Tennessee, where Piggly Wiggly is based out of, that the Piggly Wiggly pig can in fact go wee all the way home. We'll keep you informed as this story develops. Thank you. Today's word of the day is twit. A twit is a pregnant goldfish.
Hello YouTube and welcome back to Tyler Totten Live. We're going into the race preview. We're going to Dover this weekend, and we've seen Jimmy Johnson be dominant there. Last year he won both Dover races, and that really propelled him in the chase to be able to win his 4th straight NASCAR championship. So do you think that this week here at Dover that he's going to be able to win this race or do well and get back on track to winning his 5th straight?
Yeah, he'll run well. I mean, this is one of his, like I said, it was one of Tony's best tracks. It's one of Jimmy's best tracks as well. I think we're going to see him run well. I don't expect to see him in victory lane this week, but I think we'll probably see a solid top 5 out of him.
And Kyle Busch, we saw in 2008 when he dominated that this track was one of the ones that just took him out early from the chase because he had an engine failure here. But we saw that earlier in the year that he won his first ever win at Dover. So do you think that he'll be able to do well this year, and that'll give him the confidence to try to win that championship?
I really don't know. Every time you ask me a question about Kyle Busch, I'm not sure, because it's not all driver. It's if his crew has a mistake, he gets upset, and then he tries to run too hard, he puts himself into the wall, or he starts taking out other drivers and they retaliate later. So it's more going to depend on the work on pit road. If the work on pit road is good, we'll see a good race out of it.
All right. Bruton Smith, owner of Charlotte Motor Speedway and many other tracks that NASCAR races on, is putting in the world's largest HD television, and it is 16,000 square feet, and he's going to put that on the backstretch of Charlotte Motor Speedway. How do you think that's going to allow the fans to enjoy the race more?
Well, number one, that's big. I mean, that is huge. Okay, I can't even do it with my hands because I'm not wide enough. I think it's going to allow them to see it a lot better, though, because depending on where you're sitting, you might not be able to see the cars going down the back stretch, or you might not see them in the turns or something, and it's just going to show them a lot better. Especially with it being HD, you're going to see it a lot clearer. I think it'll help the fans maybe understand what's going on more in the race itself.
All right, we now take you to Justin Reed for another breaking news update.
Breaking news. You'll see this in just about 45 seconds or less. But for the first time in 10 weeks, Travis is not in the lead. He's jumped down into second. He made a wrong call, which is his breaking news. So, first time in 10 weeks, he is not first. He is now second.
Breast cancer is a terrible disease, but it affects thousands and thousands of men and women each and every year. Susan G. Komen for the Cure is dedicated to helping all of those thousands and thousands of men and women. You can help them too. By a small donation of $5, you can help each and every one of them. Go to www.komen.org for more information, or to make a donation today. Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Tyler. This is the Fantasy Points segment, and since we are on location, I don't have my notes with me, so I don't have our fantasy points, but I can tell you that my mom is in lead, Travis is in second, Roberto is in third, and I'm in fourth, and Stoner's in fifth. And Stoner and I, it doesn't really matter because we're not in the chase, as I told you last week, so we're not picking for this championship. But I'm still going to pick to try to keep Travis from winning this championship. So I'm going to pick Tony Stewart again because, as we've said, Dover is one of his best tracks. So I think that he'll be able to get a win after last week's strong performance. Who would you like?
But to be honest with you, that's exactly who I wanted. I seriously think Tony Stewart will get it done this week. I didn't think I'd ever say that, but I seriously think Tony's got it. So I think you and me finally agreed on something. But if I have to pick somebody differently, I'll go with that 48 Low Chevrolet, Jimmy Johnson.
All right. Thank you for watching YouTube, and we now send you to Justin Reed for some things to ponder and his pick.
And now for today's things to ponder. Do fish get cramps after eating? Why are there toll booths on the freeway? And do vegetarians eat animal crackers? And now for my pick of the day. My pick for the race is Bill Haslam. We'll see the result in just probably less than a month now, but that is who I'm picking in the gubernatorial race, is Mr. Bill Haslam. And now my top 3 list for the day. Number 3 on the list is Travis's new show. It should be up very soon. It's an awesome show about your fantasy points in football, and who else knows what's going to happen on there? I don't. Number 2 on my list, we are cheering for Chad. It's actually tied for number 1. We are cheering for Chad. Be looking for a special update on that soon. And also tied for number 1 is we are on location this week. We'd like to thank our wonderful host for letting us come out here and shoot this wonderful video on location. Thanks for watching.